on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai X1 here. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about a card that's gonna change the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. And it's a recent card that came out of Blazing Vortex. Yo, I'm telling you right now, this card's impact in the future meta is gonna be absolutely insane. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not. Whoa! Oh, you see that? Just mentioning this card, you know, supernatural things are happening in my room, my camera's dropping. This card is gonna literally make the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Change forever. Just like how Zeus, alright, the AAA battery, Thunder, Sky God, Zeus, changed the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. How an Xyz monster literally turned any Xyz into a board wipe is just absolutely ridiculous. Zeus already has a meta impact. There are decks that literally just summon Zeus and just play Zeus control, which is absolutely crazy. And this card, I believe, has that same potential. This card is slept on, this card is underlooked, and you guys gotta consider yourself on actually picking these up while you guys still can. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can use the links down below to get this card. For those of you in the channel for the very first time, consider hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you guys turn on. There you go. Turn on the notification bell to get notified each time I upload videos. It'll be absolutely amazing. Don't forget to break the book on the elbow. That thumbs the button for more
awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos, man.
Without further ado, let's get started with the card that's about to change the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. Alright guys, welcome to EDO Pro. In today's video, I'm going to showcase you guys the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card that's about to change the game forever. And Yu-Gi-Oh! is not going to be the same because of this card, just exactly the way Yu-Gi-Oh! is not the same ever since the release of Triple Dragon Thunder 69 Triple Battery AA Zeus. Zeus changed the game forever for one reason. Number one, this card was able to make Xyz monsters good again. And number two, it makes any Xyz monster turn into a board wipe, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? And this card right here that we're talking about is a card that came out of Blazing Vortex. And I know Blazing Vortex isn't the most popular set when it comes to, you know, hype, and when it comes to some of the most broken cards being released. I know a lot of people expected Crossout Designator to come out of this set, but obviously it is not. There is a card that is super slept on, and I believe it needs more spotlight. I believe it needs to be talked about, and I'm gonna showcase you guys it in today's video. In today's video, as you guys can see, we're facing against Madara Uchiha, and then he's playing Raid Raptors. Nice. Was suspecting this guy to play some sort of ninja deck, but nope, he's playing Raid Raptors, right? So Raid Raptors, what do? They make negates, they make Rusty, and they make, I believe, the Ultimate Falcon. Pretty fairly, right? And Ultimate Falcon is one of those cards that you can't really beat. It's a very powerful, unbeatable monster that your opponent usually slaps on the board. And Raid Raptors is one of those decks that can easily access to that card. And there we go. We got Rusty right here. Rusty is gonna be able to get you 2 negates for my opponent right here. So my opponent's gonna be able to get 2 negates. Okay, one off Rusty and one's off Boots. So he's gonna have double Fog Blade right here, which is really, really good. Still 4 cards in hand, which is pretty a lot of resources, if you guys were to ask me. And in today's video, I'm playing Salamangreats. I believe Salamangreats is one of the most slept on decks in today's metagame so far. The deck still does what it does best, man. Spam monsters, and a deck that spam monsters is really, really awesome for the card that's coming out of Blazing Vortex, right? So the more monsters we get out of the field, the better. So he summons Ultimate Falcon, and he sets the 2 Fog Blade and 1 Unknown with Ultimate Falcon, which is really, really good. So Ultimate Falcon's activate, time is code, I lose 1,000, GG, no raid. Okay, so we do Rage, Will of the Salamangreat. We got Lady Debug, Silent Mining, Parallel Xyz, and also Salamangreat Spinny. What I'm going to try to do with this is try to clear my opponent's board, showcasing you guys the brand new card that's out of Blazing Vortex. So without further ado, right now our game plan is very simple. Spam out as many monsters as quickly as possible, set up with Sunlight Wolf, with Salamangreat Rage, and also try to break and crack his entire board, right? So he potentially has 2 negates, 1 unknown back row, don't know what it is, and he has an unbeatable monster right here. So without further ado, let's begin. So first and foremost, let's bait out a simple negate with Lady Debug. Alright, so we're gonna summon Lady Debug, activate Lady Debug's effect. Okay, let's see what else he has in store for us today. Okay, so there goes the first Fog Blade. Okay, so Fog Blade on Lady Debug. That's fine. Now what we're going to do is that since we do the Silent Mining, because we are good, we're going to activate Silent Mining. We're going to ditch the Salamangreat Spinny. We're going to attempt to search Giselle. Does he have an Ash Blossom in his hand? If he has Ash, he's nice. Okay, we're gonna search Gazelle directly from our deck to our hand. And now now in resolution of Silent Mining, we're gonna activate Gazelle's effect. We're gonna summon, dump Gazelle, and then we can also dump Jaguar. So Gazelle, dump Jaguar, Parallax Seas. We pretty much have a good setup going on here. So now we're gonna activate Gazelle's effect. We're gonna attempt to activate. Okay, so he's gonna second Fog Blade, not Gazelle. That's completely fine by me. And now what we're gonna do. Okay, so we got Spinny Engrave. We can go link Lady Debug away. We can link Lady Debug for. Okay, so we're gonna make Bailings right here. Alright, and now we're gonna trigger off Bailings and also Parallax Seas. Bailings is gonna search, and then we're gonna trigger off Parallax Seas right here. Yeah, we still get access to rank 4s, and also at the same time we spit more monsters on the field, which is really good, right? So we're gonna go Parallax Seas, and now we have a bunch of monsters on the field. We have 4 monsters right now. This is the link 4, by the way, but we need 1 monster on the field. So Parallax Seas is gonna actually help us get that monster on the field, and then we can actually crack this board right here. Okay. Double Fog Blade Impermanence. Nice, okay. Double Fog Blade Impermanence. Okay, but you know, we still got plays. We go Bailings. This line of play is kind of unfortunate because we're going to be unable to recycle back to Gazelle off a Sunlight Wolf, but we're at least going to be able to crack this board right now. So what we're going to do is that we're going to make Sunlight Wolf right here. Okay, really good. And now we're going to activate Spinny's effect. Summon Spinny to our side of the field. Really great. And now this is where this card is gonna shine right here. All right, guys. I want you guys to read Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon's ability, and this scenario is so perfect because of this right here. So Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon, unaffected by other card effects. You can attack unaffected by other card effects. So it's basically a towers. It's basically a masterpiece on the field. But the reason why this card is about to change the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever is a card called Underworld Goddess, or Seros Erish Karunugias, whatever this OCG name is. But we're going to call her Underworld Goddess because that's the TCG name. This card reads that for this card's Link Summon, you can use up to 1 monster your opponent controls as Link material. This is the first time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history that a card like this has ever been created that doesn't, okay, how do I explain it? That doesn't use a monster effect. Okay, so Ultimate Falcon is unaffected by other card effects. So if you were to Stormforth Ultimate Falcon, you can't. Okay, because Stormforth affects Ultimate Falcon. So you can't Stormforth on Ultimate Falcon. But Underworld Goddess, this card isn't even in effect. It's part of the game mechanic. You guys see what I mean, right? This is part of a game mechanic. So it's the first time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history that you're able to actually make a card like this that bypasses cards that are unaffected by other card effects. So for example, we're going to use all these 3 right here, well these 4 monsters. We're going to summon Seros Erish, right? This immediately summons a monster which upon summon, skill drains your opponent's entire board. Alright, skill drains your opponent's entire board. It can use, it's basically a Link Super Poly, but kind of better because Super Poly obviously doesn't target. But you can't Super Poly in Ultimate Falcon because Super Poly affects that monster, right? You can't Super Poly in Ultimate Falcon because Super Poly affects that monster. You can't Super Poly in Masterpiece if a Masterpiece is unaffected by spells. But you can Underworld Goddess a Masterpiece that's unaffected by monster effect, just like the exact same way you've seen this right now. So this is the first time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history that something like this were to happen, which is amazing. So now we're gonna activate Will. Okay, we're gonna target Sunlight Wolf. We're gonna summon into this zone right here, just in case he Link summons a monster into this zone. I can actually activate Sunlight Wolf to recycle back Gazelle. Big brain plays right there, and now we can actually go Sanctuary. And now we're gonna link away the Wolf, so that way that we can trigger off Rage. Okay. We can trigger off Rage. Okay, well, that was a total fail. Because I need to link this into here. We'll set the Rage. And now enter battle phase. We can attack into the Rusty. Oh, and by the way, guys, Underworld Goddess has an amazing ability where it reads that once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that includes an effect that special summons a monster from the graveyard, you can get the activation. What does he have in the grave? What does my opponent have in the grave? What is this? So Seros Erish. So Underworld Goddess can negate Fog Blade, which is insane, right? So I'm pretty much set up right here. There's 3 cards in hand. He has the Fog Blade Engrave. I'm gonna negate that 100,000% if he were to use it. I got Rage to be able to pop 2 cards on the field, which is really good. So there you go, Fog Blade. a negate, a skill drain, and a super poly-like effect, which doesn't destroys monsters that are unaffected by other card effects, which is ridiculous. So this card is about to change the game of Yu-Gi-Oh forever, in my personal opinion. So there we go. We're gonna negate that. It's a really strong card, and I truly believe that once the format gets a little bit better, because right now, to be honest, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This card is going to change the game just the exact same way Zeus changed the game, especially with IP Masquerena, and also with this card into existence. You can actually IP during your opponent's turn to actually make this card right here, which is really insane, right? So Underworld Goddess, I believe, is going to be one of the most impactful Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time. So if he has nothing to do this, I can just pretty much give him next turn. Yeah, we got Will come back with Gazelle. You're pretty much going to just kill them for game, right? So Raid Raptors have a huge flaw where they need monsters on the field to actually play, and obviously Rage doesn't give them access to that because Rage is able to pop their monsters on the field. So yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts about Underworld Goddess in the comments section below. This card is relatively really cheap right now. I only got one copy because I pulled it from my Blazing Vortex box, but if you guys haven't gotten it yet, I really believe you guys should pick this card up. I believe it's one of the staples that everybody should have access to, and everybody should have this in their trade binder or in their staple binder. So when the format cleans up again, this card is going to change the game forever. Just exact same way Zeus changed the game. Look at that, guys. This card, remember, I'm going to say it louder for the people in the back. This card bypasses Masterpiece that is unaffected by monster effect. This card literally beats everything. Doesn't target, doesn't affect the monster. It is part of the game mechanic, which is why this card is so good. If you guys are interested in checking out the in-depth discussion on this card, you see, we had a really wonderful video, in-depth, talking about this card for you guys to a little bit further understand why this card is really good. And he does it really well. So check out his discussion video in the link down below. Let me know your thoughts about this card in the comments section below. I really love to know your thoughts, and I believe this card is going to change the game forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, this is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright, guys. Peace.